So the first thing I'm going to do for the lasagna is I'm going to cut up the onion, the green pepper, and the 2 cloves of garlic, and then I'm going to combine it with my sweet Italian sausage and my ground beef. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown the meat, and you're going to combine the sweet Italian sausage with the lean hamburger. And if you don't have one of these tools, you should totally get one. It's Pampered Chef. I got it for Christmas, and it gets your meat really, really small. And it grinds it up. Anyway, so I'm going to let this cook for a minute, and then I'm going to add the green pepper, onion, and the crushed garlic to this, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, I'm going to add my chopped up vegetables here. Alright, I just added my chopped up vegetables, and I'm going to stir this in. The meat is still a little bit raw, so I'm just going to let this all cook together for a little while.
Yep.
Alright, so now I've put my meat and vegetables into a large pan after it was cooked, and I'm adding 28 ounces of petite diced tomatoes, and I probably need a spoon for this part, and then I'm going to add some tomato paste. So 12 ounces of tomato paste, or 2 6-ounce cans. And then I believe we're supposed to use 12 ounces of tomato sauce, but we have 16 ounces in total. So I'm not going to put in the whole second can. That right there is probably good. And then I'm also going to add in half a cup of water. Now we're going to season the sauce, and we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of white sugar. 1½ teaspoons of dried basil. So 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And we're going to use a whole tablespoon of salt. Alright, we're going to stir it up. We're going to mix everything through. And then we're going to let this bad boy simmer for 1½ hours. So we'll see you then. Alright, so to make the ricotta cottage cheese mixture, it calls for 16 ounces of ricotta, but I'm going to use about 8 ounces of low-fat ricotta and 8 ounces of low-fat cottage cheese. So I'm going to add, wait, that's definitely more than half. About that. And then I'm going to add half of the cottage cheese. Let's probably a little bit more than half. And then, set this aside. I'm going to use the rest of my parsley. I think, just to measure it out, I think it's technically supposed to only be 2 more tablespoons. A half of a teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to just stir this and stir this and stir this till you get it mixed up really, really well. You could use a little hand blender if you want to. I'm just going to mix it up by hand. So I've got my meat sauce simmering over here. That's what it looks like now. It's been simmering now for about 15 minutes. We've got about an hour and 15 minutes to go. So I'm going to start making the lasagna noodles about 20 minutes before this is done simmering, and then we'll be on to the next step. Okay, so I forgot a really important step in the ricotta mixture. I forgot to put my egg in there. So I've added my egg, and now I'm going to go ahead and mix it up until it's completely combined. I've got to take my meat sauce and start a layer on the bottom. It calls for a 9 by 13 inch pan, but we picked up a big disposable pan, so we're going to have to make do. Okay, so I boiled my noodles for about 8 to 10 minutes to keep them al dente. And 6. Alright, now I'm going to spread on some of the ricotta mixture. I'm going to take some mozzarella cheese. It says to use slices, but I've got shredded. cheese. All right, and then I guess start adding some more sauce here. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat this, but...
I think you got enough noodles to do very much more.
Okay, so then I'm going to add some more noodles. All right, and then we're going to put the rest of this mixture and spread it around. All right, a little bit more cheese and some sauce. This was our top layer, so now I'm going to add the rest of the mozzarella cheese. And then I'm going to add some slices of provolone, which is going to make it really good. All right, and we're going to pop this in the oven at 375 degrees, I think for about 30 minutes, but I'll put it in the description box, all the instructions. So we'll see it when it's all finished. Okay, guys, tell me this does not look absolutely scrumptious. I just pulled it out of the oven, so I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes before I slice it. And when I slice it, I will show you guys what it looks like. Hopefully it stays together. All right, here it is, cut and put on a plate. It looks great.
Okay.
All right, taking my first bite. What do you think, Vincy? Is it good? It's good. It's a hit.